So this is the reality of gambling, unfortunately. Losing your job.
I lost about 40 grand and then I've lost a further 80,000 or so over 11 years of addiction.
This is a sensitive topic, but it's an important one. If you're a man who gambles, this video isn't here to judge you. It's here, my friend, to help you understand what's really happening. So if you do gamble, this is something you need to hear. Because this is one of the habits that destroys men financially, especially if there is no discipline or control, without them even realizing it. And just to be clear, my friends, I am not speaking from ignorance. I've gambled myself, and I understand why people are drawn to it. But what I learned very quickly is that without structure, limits, and self-awareness, gambling stops being entertaining and becomes a huge financial leak. If you have ever gambled or are thinking about it, make sure you watch this video all the way through. Let's get straight into the first video, my friends. Please subscribe and share.
At 16, I won 64 grand from a 50p bet. It's kind of hard to describe exactly how you feel. You generally do just feel top of the world. I did know it was life-changing at the time to win that amount of money. I just didn't realise what part of my life would be changing. That was basically my gateway into gambling. The closer I got towards being 18, the more I deluded myself that I was actually good at it. Like, let me in, like get me going again. Let me use this money. I want to make more and more and more. And then that didn't happen. I lost about 40 grand and then I've lost a further 80,000 or so over 11 years of addiction. The biggest thing in my life at the moment is just trying to stay clean.
Make sure you listen, my friend, because stories like this are exactly why you should be so cautious about gambling. Because unlike other get-rich-quick schemes, like this guy, this literally involved him just using his finger, pressing a button, and bam, 50p turns into 64 grand. Magic. And especially in the UK, it makes it even more desirable that the winnings that you earn are actually tax-free. For the time being, at least, this has not changed. I don't know if it will change in the future. But this is also why gambling is so dangerous. And when money comes to you without friction, without effort, without tax, your brain starts lying to you about risk and making you think that this is a good idea. And this is why men convince themselves that it's smart. But if you're not happy where you are financially at the moment, my friend, I want you to do something for me. I want you to look at your bank balance and look at all your statements. Look at what you're spending your money on. Because that is your own personal feedback based on your own financial patterns. So if you're not happy where you are financially or what you're doing, then you have to assess and review what's going on there. And if you can't say no to yourself to stop the addiction and stop gambling every single day, if you can't say no to yourself, money will always say no to you because you become unattractive to it, because money wants to be put into assets to grow. But I also personally disagree with going cold turkey and withdrawing completely, because you heard in this guy, I'll try and stay clean. The moment that I hear that word try, 9.9 times out of 10, he will fall back into it. Because in my own opinion, it's not about trying to stop gambling completely or do anything. It's about having moderation. It's about having control. Because in my own opinion, control beats luck. And be prepared that with gambling, 100% you will lose in the long term. But you can still have fun in sensible moderation. And with that said, my friends, remember that habits compound, but regret does too.
Nobody knows about that fucking degenerate life when you're fucking down 40,000 and you battle the fuck back. You say, you know what? I'm a fucking strong, independent man. And you're not gonna tell me I should go to bed. I'm gonna battle the fuck back. And I'm gonna fucking get my money back. And guess what? I got my motherfucking money back. That's right. Yo, I hope you guys are enjoying your sleep. Real talk. I love you guys. Hey, I gotta rethink who I am. But right now, I feel pretty fucking good.
This is where a lot of men mistake adrenaline for strength. This right here, what you just watched, my friends, is one of the most dangerous moments in gambling. It's not when you lose. It's when you lose so big and then you win it all back. Because your brain doesn't learn discipline. It learns that the pain of your loss can be erased. Continuation of aggressive betting until you win it back. And that's not strength, and you will 110% lose. If you need chaotic behavior, respectfully, like this guy, I'm sure he's a cool dude, but his behavior in this moment is extremely erratic. If you act this way, money will always have leverage over you. Not only do you not have any control over your money, you've got no control over yourself. And real strength isn't proving you can win it back. It's proving that you can walk away without needing the win and sticking to your rules with effective bankroll management. Or even better, just not doing it at all.
So this is the reality of gambling, unfortunately. Losing your job, losing the house you're staying in. It's fucking disgusting, to be honest, you know. An addiction will literally have you go into the pits of hell, doing things you wouldn't usually do, turning you into somebody else, and it will cost you everything. It's cost me everything. Like I say, I mean, look at it. This is me clearing all my stuff out of the house. I've got nothing left. I've got no house to stay in. I've got no job. You know, it will take everything from you. Don't be mistaken. If you think that you're not going to get to that point, you think you'll get away with it, it will catch up to you. Eventually, you'll lose it all, just like I am right now.
Unfortunately, this is the part that most people avoid. Not the wins, not the excitement, but the end road like this gentleman when control completely just disappears. And I hope this guy's alright. Addiction doesn't destroy you overnight. Like with habits, it compounds over and over and over. And it tears apart at you piece by piece until one day there's nothing left to negotiate with, and the only person that can save you is you. And the most dangerous lie a man can tell himself is that won't be me. Because the problem isn't the loss, it's the behavior that makes the loss inevitable. And just like with investing as well, my friends, it's the discipline of doing the good behavior consistently over a period of time for you to achieve the goals you want to achieve. And this is why discipline matters so much. Whether it's with fitness or finance, gambling, whatever it is, it will be the thing that gives you strength because it gives you control long before things get bad. So don't let it get to that stage, my friend. And if you are at that stage, my friend, then call the gambling support line and get help. And don't delay this.
I basically had a gambling addiction for like 7 months. My flat was in a state, I just gambled all day with all my savings basically. And I lost thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, and couldn't speak to my parents. I didn't want to speak to my parents just because I thought my dad would kill me to start with. And I don't know what they would say or do. For the first time in my life was, you know, trying to really think about how logistically I could commit suicide at the point, because you are related to a driver or a sports personality that is worth loads of money. And I didn't want that to be a burden on him, being like, well, I've got loads of money and my brother's struggling from a gambling addiction. And it wasn't his fault. It was no one's fault. No one knew about it. It was just me living a parallel life, basically. So I spoke to the Samaritans. I decided to call them. And at that period of time, I felt like they really like saved my life at that point, because I was in a dark room at the end of everything thinking, shoot, what do I do now? Where do I go now? What do I do? And I don't want to talk to my parents, but at least I want to speak to someone.
Just quickly, my friends, leave a like so I know this video is helping you out and that you're enjoying it and that you're hopefully learning what not to do and what to avoid when it comes to gambling as well. Because not the money, not the bets, but the isolation from your loved ones and other people, on top of the addiction draining your bank account, it cuts you off mentally from the people that can help you the most, because you feel ashamed, trapped and alone. And this is not because a man is weak, but it's because he feels overwhelmed and sees no exit. And the reason this happens is because they spiral because they're alone with bad feedback loops. And as their shame increases, the options they have feel like they just disappear. And if a habit like this is isolating you, my friend, it's already costing you more than money. It's costing you literally your mental health. And that is a priceless asset that cannot be bought. But by feeding into the spiral, it is costing you it. Because the real danger isn't gambling, but it's suffering in silence.
Are you an 18-year-old male who is now gambling? If so, this video is for you. I'm Rob, and I'm in recovery from a gambling addiction. Every day for 6 years, from the point that I was 18 until I was 24, I would wake up, the very first thing I would do was check my phone, because I had to find out how much money I had won or lost the night before on Chinese basketball. Then I'd spend the rest of the day chasing after either trying to get that money back or using that money to try to make more money. I saw gambling as my way to get rich quick, my way to avoid working a normal job, my way to avoid having to be like everyone else. And it was all delusional. It was all a lie. I got so addicted to gambling that it started off with me making bets with my friends, and it turned into me being able to tell how much money I had won or lost on a slot spin just based on the sound playing from my phone. You don't want to go down that path.
Letting numbers decide your mood, your confidence, and the direction that you're heading in, this is the exact mindset that makes men weak when it comes to gambling. Because the danger is not the bet, but it's avoiding the effort, around believing that there's a shortcut to get rich quick, and there being no interest or any repercussions involved at all. Of course, when you gamble like that guy from 50p to £64,000, but that is extremely, extremely lucky. The repercussions are substantially worse, and they will occur to 99.999 etc. recurring percent. to the majority of men that gamble. So something that I want you to remember, my friends, is this, is that if something promises freedom without effort, that is a lie. Because real freedom earned is boring. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hassle. And it's what 99% of people will not want to do. But what's worse is freedom chased. Because freedom chased feels addictive.
About a month ago, one of my most disciplined friends told me, bro, we're fucking billionaires. We have 1 billion seconds until we hit the median life expectancy of 65 years old. Life fucking game at the casino. The younger you are, the more chips you have. The older you are, the less chips you fucking have. And every decision we fucking make has an opportunity cost to help us grow or fucking shrink those fucking chips. Now, with that in mind, that is why I'm addicted to going to the gym and being healthy, because there is no age to get your health in fucking order. So if you make bets with yourself every single week, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm gonna eat healthy, I'm gonna get my shit together, you're gonna become a very good fucking gambler. Your discipline is gonna fire up. Your motivation is gonna be up there. That's why you need to love gambling with yourself.
My friends, make sure you listen to this last part because it's essential. And this is a crucial reframe that most men miss. As this guy illustrated, life already has risk built into it. You could go outside, breathe in a toxic gas or something like this and die. Someone could do a 360 rock throw and it could hit you in the head from across a house. These are all extremely dumb examples, but nonetheless, it's true. Life itself, even when you go out, is a gamble, and it is risky. But the smartest gamble isn't chasing excitement. It's stacking decisions that compound quietly, such as your health and your fitness, your wealth through investing into assets, and your relationships by communicating and putting time into them as well. And another thing is self-respect for yourself. Because if you don't respect yourself, how can you expect anyone else to respect you? Use your skills from gambling into reframing your mindset on betting on your habits and not hope and luck. Because discipline is the only gamble that will improve your odds. And when you have self-respect, you have self-control. And self-control is the highest form of power. And like this guy said, we have so many chips in life, but there's one chip. There's only one that we can never ever take back. And that one chip is time. And by wasting time, we literally waste our future. And this is the difference between gambling for your escape and pleasure versus betting on your future. Because if you bet on your future and you do the work now, you literally control your own odds. And that's something pure gambling can never do for you. So focus more on that, my friends. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like. Also, it'd be great to know what you thought of this video, so comment below. And if you want to build discipline with other men who actually care about their future, then I left the community link in the bio for you to check out and explore. YouTube recommends you watch one of these two videos over here, my friends. Click one, and I'll see you over there.